Hello and welcome to a Job Lab.
This is a Job Lab.
Job Lab. The sign is nicely presented on the wall here.
Yep, very professional.
Black tape.
Very professional.
I really like our soundproofing, actually. So I've kind of forgotten about it. You take it for granted, but I just looked at it then and I was like, yeah.
It's not even bad. Works pretty well.
Yeah, we spent quite a while on that, actually.
Yeah. Had it really shittily done before. Just on those sort of camera frame
that
things.
was awful.
Because I didn't want to stick them to the wall permanently, but then black tape saves everything. Gorilla tape. Ooga booga. That's what gorillas make, right? The noise they make. What blab are we doing today, Ruben?
We're going to talk about the hit new sequel to Noddy's playtime on PlayStation 1.
Oh, yeah.
Gears of War 4. It follows directly on where Noddy left off. He's traveling in his rocket ship after collecting the 2 batteries. Did you play that Noddy game? Because I played that Noddy game on PS1.
Yes.
It's real.
No, I didn't have a PS1. I missed all that kind of goodness.
Well, I did, and the rocket crashed, and we have to follow our hero as he slays monsters across, presumably, Sierra.
What the fuck are we talking about? Noddy?
Yeah.
Talking about Gears of War 4, right?
The sequel to Noddy.
How long are you going to keep this up for? I'm just wondering.
So Noddy has to violently, watches his friends get killed around him, violently murders, also disgusting monsters, rekindles his relationship with his father, even. It's fun for the whole family.
Yeah? Suitable for all the kids?
Suitable for all ages.
Before we go in, let me just thank Zany Leaves on Twitter, Niall, for the new intro here. The new
epic intro. It's epic intro.
Very not slimy. Despite him naming the file Slime Intro or something like that. And you apologise for the name, and I was like, we're used to it, mate.
You could call it shit cunt intro.
Yeah. But yeah, very nice. Nice and professional. I figured that the animated version would be good, so as Ruben might lose an eye. Yeah. Might need an eye patch or something. Probably easier to animate than re-record the intro and edit that together. So that was the thought process behind that. Pirates and whatnot. So Gears of War 4.
Gears of War 4. Before we start, I want to say something about what I used to call my file names when I did photography A-level. Usually just like shit or cunt or fuck. And my folders would just be called fucking shit or shit cunt. And the files within it would just be called good shit, bad shit. And then just like fuck.
It's a good way to organise things.
Good. Anyway. Gears of War 4. The 5th. Well, it's the 4th in the main. Yeah. Well, even though Judgment, it follows the same. It's the same. It's 2 characters, so I still count Judgment. Yeah,
it's a 5th game.
It's a part of the lore. Judgment. They don't ignore it. Yeah. So it's the 5th game in the Gears of War series, franchise, whatever.
Series, whatever.
Both.
You have to have a prequel at some point if it's a video game, don't you? Just thrown in there. Yeah. One of these days. Yeah. And they got that out of the way. So this is the continuation
of the epic story in the main Gears of War games.
We should probably break this down into the segments that the game presents itself as well.
Oh, yeah.
So campaign, horde.
So I guess we'll start with campaign because it's... So the campaign. What are we going to talk about first? Should I praise it at the end or praise it now? Because I was going to give it a nice...
Let's talk about what we like in the campaign first.
Oh, I like a lot of the Gears of War 4 campaign. I think I like actually all of the Gears of War campaign.
Yeah, there hasn't been a single Gears of War campaign I've disliked.
No, even Gears 1, for all its weirdness, I'm like, I still really like it. It's just weird.
Especially with the remake now. Would it just plays like Gears 3? It'd be good. But
still haven't played that.
This one, it's not bad. It's got some good moments. It's very Gears of War.
Yeah. It does the thing in Gears of War. It takes a little longer to ramp up than other Gears of War games does. But that's fine. They had a lot of stuff to sort of get explained and a lot of shit.
Yeah.
So I'll let them off, So for the first, was it 2? Literally acts. The game is divided into acts. So we don't
I think they've always done that.
Yeah, always have. So the first 2 acts, you're fighting just robots, which is alright.
Yeah, that's my biggest problem is this. There's a segment early on when you're in this sort of facility fighting robots for a while.
Yeah.
It's just the environment's a little bit too repetitive, along with the design of the robots.
I mean, I suppose the excuse for that, the environment, is literally that the COG facility was meant to look like that, but it's still obviously it doesn't look like, it's not boring, it's just repetitive. It's still pleasant to look at. It doesn't look shite.
No, it doesn't look shite.
Like other games that Microsoft have published lately. 5!
Yeah, so once you kind of get past that part, then it gets a lot better.
Yeah, you get once you oh no, everyone knows you meet Marcus because he's in the trailer.
Yeah, it was in the trailer.
So
Shame they ruined that.
Yeah, it was still a pretty cool reveal though. Yeah, they handled it nice to just welcome home.
He's the best character in the game.
He's the best character, and I fucking love Marcus.
Yeah.
Once you get to his part of the game, or when you meet him, the environments they look really good. Lots of green. It's actually quite lush for a Gears of War game.
Gears 3 started that, I think.
Oh yeah,
because before that it was just a grey military
barren,
shooter.
Yeah, I suppose it was just like there was barren desert as well in Gears 3. Fuck, Gears of War, best thing ever. Whatever.
There is a new set of protagonists in Gears of War 4.
Yep.
You got Marcus Phoenix's son,
JD.
Joe Blob Phoenix.
You've got Del, which is JD's friend. They're both COG deserters.
Yeah.
And their friend, it's just Cat, isn't it?
Woman number 3.
Is it Cat?
Probably. I don't know.
Kate?
I really could not tell you.
Yeah. I think it's Cat.
And you're forgetting Oscar, of course.
He's not a protagonist. He's just a fucking
side
character no one cares about.
The biggest problem with the campaign is the characters, probably.
Yeah, they're not like your 3 main people that you were with for most of the game. Yeah. They're not bad.
They're not bad, but they're also not good.
They're not Marcus and Dom. They're not Baird and Cole.
Yeah.
They're not Carmine. They're not.
Yeah. The original 4 characters.
Like Dizzy, who I don't like, but
yeah.
Dizzy is the Oscar. Yeah, that's what I was trying to think. Yeah.
The characters in the previous Gears of War games all had extremely distinct personalities. Marcus Phoenix was the straight guy, just followed orders, whatever.
About everything.
God damn it, kind of guy.
Yeah. And Dom was
his buddy Dom was like the slightly more empathetic character you relate
and he would
to.
sort of, it's to make Marcus a bit more human.
Yeah,
basically.
Yeah, and they were the bros. Yeah. And then you had the comedic factor of Coltrane, who everyone loves, he's just the crazy one, and then the smartass who's Baird. Yeah. Which was, you have all the archetypes basically there. And 3 introduce more and whatever. But here, with 4, you have the main character, Marcus's son, Jay, whatever.
JD.
He's fine.
Yeah,
he should be how he is.
He makes me think of, I think I compared him to just like Kirk in Star Trek.
Yeah. I think he's absolutely fine. But what he needs is different characters around him.
Because Del is just similar to him. They're just like bro friends. That's not aggravating.
They're just too similar.
Yeah, it doesn't annoy me them as bro friends. They're just bro friends. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Yeah. But like, I wouldn't feel anything.
Like, why didn't they just do it straight up, like fucking Star Trek? Fuck it, just make his friend be like Spock.
Yeah. Just a different character archetype. Because Gears of War doesn't need to be nuanced. We just want simplistic storytelling,
likable characters.
I don't mind in Gears of War, because of what it is. It kind of knows it's this B movie with the biggest budget ever type thing it has going on. So you can skip a little bit with the characters in terms of like just having ridiculous shit going on, archetypes that just fit into these molds. Yeah, and because like the woman character, I can't remember anything about her. There is something interesting to do with her. Yeah. Where the game ends on and whatnot.
But obviously we won't talk about that until like I guess the spoiler bit for anything like that.
Yeah. But yeah, the campaign in terms of what actually happens in the campaign is fun.
And actually with the story they do actually manage to create threat in Gears of War. They create like tension in you. Yeah. There's certain story elements and you're like, oh shit, what's gonna happen? Yeah. Oh my god. The obvious, which we won't talk about, but like not until the end. But yeah, I remember actually thinking, oh fuck. Yeah. Are they gonna do that?
Looping back to the character thing just quickly.
Yeah.
I forgot what I was gonna fucking say now. Yeah. I'll remember it in 1 second. I like how they set up the new old enemy. Yeah. A lot of the game is
I quite like that, yeah.
Reintroducing an enemy that it used to be. That they didn't try and do the Halo thing where it's like we got to move away from the old shit. This game really embraced everything that Gears of War is. It has this robot shit in it, which isn't the best. It's serviceable. It's barely in it.
It's like for a story thing, right? It's to make something make sense.
And has a payoff too at the end, which is like, oh, I didn't even think about that. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, actually, yeah. I remember I didn't once twig on that at all.
Yeah.
Even though it's the only thing that makes sense.
Yeah, all the characters are... I was talking to Jim about this. Like, Gears of War, removing Coltrane and Baird is actually incredibly serious. Super serious. Yeah, the first 3 games.
There's loads of like Yesterday, I can't remember what I was doing, but Mad World, I was listening. Mad World came on my shuffle, so I started listening to it, and that's when I was like, I want to play Gears of War. That's when I messaged you saying I want to play Gears.
Oh yeah.
And I was just sat there thinking, like, fuck me, loads of awful, horrible shit happens in Gears of War.
Yeah.
I was thinking about the Gears of War 2 trailer, where he stood holding the cog tags, and then you go down the lifts, and it's just like,
yeah,
this is horribly distressing.
Yeah.
All of this.
And they managed to balance it with the Coltrane and Baird thing. With it has the whole sort of bro-ish thing about it that everyone says, but it actually is quite a somber, serious universe. And that's the thing with the characters, though,
because Gears of War has retained its identity since 2006. 10 years. Yeah, it's been 10 years it's managed to keep its identity, and Halo has in that time lost it completely. Like Halo 4 was like a change, not a loss of identity, and then Halo 5 was just like anyway, but that's just more a comparison to two studios.
With the way the actual gameplay works in this game, it's like just so solid. It's like nothing that needs major improvement.
Yeah, I remember when I was playing it again and just feeling everything, the way everything moves and everything works, I was like, God, Gears of War feels really good.
It does feel really good. They've sort of polished it and refined it over the years, but fundamentally it's very much the same and doesn't need to change. It's one of those things where it's like you don't need to change like Sonic does just to change, just as a gimmick. It's fine. All we want is a new campaign, new set of maps.
Just on a complete side note, Sonic as games, they seem to have like found a thing that works. Because I know there were Sonic Generations, which is actually like a good game. If you
but then they made Boom right after it.
Yeah, but then they're going to make a thing that's the same as Sonic Generations. They're going to make a game that is the same as that, and that'll be good. Anyway, it's just weird. I guess within Sonic Team they just have loads of people doing loads of things. You've got that team. We've got the shitheads. You guys do all this bollocks, and then you guys do the good thing.
Did you see the guy who left Daredevil?
Yeah.
He's now producing a Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
Guy who left Daredevil?
Sorry, Deadpool.
Deadpool.
Too many superheroes beginning with D.
What's his name? Tim Miller.
No idea.
What, the director?
Yeah.
That's Tim Miller then, isn't it? Yeah. He's producing a Sonic movie.
Sonic the Hedgehog movie, yeah. Which I hope is just terrible and flops completely. But anyway, Matt Gears of War.
Just imagining it. What are they gonna?
It's gonna be fucking
Is it gonna be like live action or?
It'll be animated, surely.
Oh yeah, I forgot we're doing that now, aren't we? We're just embracing that. No one wants to do live action stuff. They just animate it now. It's gonna be fucking shit. Anyway.
Campaign is, I think it's one of the shorter ones, to be honest.
I remember when I was actually playing through it though. We were getting to like Act 3 or 4, sorry, and I thought. No, Act 3, sorry. I was beginning to think, is this the last act? Because, you know, I'm used to games being, like, quite short, 4 hours, you know, and it's done. And the game keeps going for, like, another 3.5.
Yeah.
Like, oh, hell yeah, Gears.
I'm not saying it's short by any means, but it's shorter in comparison to 2 and 3. I'm not sure about 1.
But it doesn't feel like they made it shorter because it just feels like that was it. The story was over now. We're not going to fluff it out anymore.
Yeah. It does basically have a beginning, middle, and end with the sort of teasy by the sequel moment at the end. But the difference between this and something like we keep bringing up Halo 5, but it's a perfect example because
they're the same publisher, same approach, everything.
Halo 5 has this whole. Once you finish the campaign of Halo 5, and there's just that bullshit ending, it's like buy the sequel, and you think back to what you've actually done, and it's like, well, nothing fucking happened. I don't know anything that fucking went down. But with this, it feels more genuine. It feels like they've actually stuff has happened.
I came out of something and I was like, that was really good. I would play that again.
Yeah, and I don't feel like this is just new game syndrome. I feel like
I
still look back at this.
Because Gears of War, I've always played it. I played it with all of you guys anyway. But I've never been like, I was never super Gears of War fan. I was shit at multiplayer, so I never played it that much. I'd do campaign and horde, and that was it. But now I actually really, really like this Gears of War. I'm still never going to touch multiplayer. Yeah,
it's quite intimidating.
Annihilated. So. It's a third person. Whatever.
Props to the Gears of War universe, because I never figured, because it is just so goofball and dumb, I never figured that I actually had that much like emotional attachment to it, but I actually do. I actually surprisingly do. Going back to all of them. What is it?
I can't answer the phone, I think.
You gotta?
Yeah, let's just cut this bit out.
Just clap, so you can fucking...
What now?
Just clap, yeah. Just so you can...
Oh, fucking hell yeah. Sorry everyone, I got phoned.
Just had to edit that out.
Yeah.
But yeah, the campaign has a lot of sort of Gears of War set PC type things, which are always fun.
Especially one at the end that's particularly like,
yeah,
come on guys,
like I didn't expect this going to happen.
I didn't think they were going to do that, and then they just did it.
I remember what I was saying now. I was saying that like I have a surprising emotional attachment to to a lot of the characters in the
yeah, I was actually saying that. Yeah, I was saying the same thing because I remember the threat exists there because I care.
Yeah.
Like in I'm thinking about Halo 5, I would only care if Master Chief died.
Yeah.
You know, because they've already killed Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Bungie already did that. I'm trying to think. Halo Reach characters were obviously slayed instantly. But yeah, the only person I care about in Halo is Master Chief. And they don't even handle him very well anymore.
Yeah.
His direction is awful.
So it made me think about the way they... Spoilers for Gears 3.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm so against that whole
my,
thing.
My bio has Dom dies.
Yeah. But the Dom death scene is actually really quite good. I remember playing it. We're playing a co-op.
Mm-hmm. And we were just like...
That whole act of that game is setting it up really obviously, and we knew it was coming.
Yeah, and it was just like depressing the
and
whole
it's like,
way.
I think we just went silent while it happened.
Mm-hmm.
Just like...
I watched that scene again the other day.
Yeah, me too.
I'm going to go silent now about it. Because it's all like, no, before we go like this, huh?
Yeah.
And then...
Yeah. It's like... for a series that's so goofy.
Fucking Cliffy B directed that.
Yeah, yeah.
Cliffy B.
Yeah.
Cliffy Frosted Tips drug addict B.
Yeah. And it does...
Back in like 2006.
It does highlight how the guy, whoever voices Marcus Phoenix or whatever, he makes that scene alongside the guy who does Dom. It's two good voice actors.
Wait, what is Marcus? Is that voice actor?
I can't remember his name. DiMaggio.
That's the one.
John DiMaggio. Just like the way he says something simple like his name.
Yeah.
He just says Dom, no. But he does it in such a way.
Yeah.
Where it's like, that's the difference between a voice actor.
I remember the bit when he watches Dom, he's like, "What are you doing?"
Mm-hmm.
It's just because he knows.
Yeah.
He knows.
Surprisingly impactful.
And the way they just used Mad World as well.
Yeah, that's perfect too. But anyway, that was Gears 3. That's not in this game.
Oh, but it's so fucking good. Gears of War, man.
But it carries over because you actually do... Oh, it's Marcus Phoenix.
Yeah.
Actually, despite this guy being this super ugly, weird soldier dude,
mm-hmm.
it's like this grumbling groaner.
Well,
like, he's actually really likable.
They made him really human by the end of... By Gears of War. By Gears of War 2. Even in all of them, actually, he's been quite human.
Yeah.
Really, under all of it.
Yeah.
Just he looked gross in Gears of War 1 and 2.
Underneath all of the goofy, dumb shit, that it does have quite a charm and a heart to it. Surprisingly.
I guess it's just... I guess the team really care about Gears of War.
I think it shows. Yeah, it does show.
And the people writing it understand perfectly as well what the characters are, what the story is, what people like to see, and what people will be affected by.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward... Like, I'm genuinely looking forward to... Like the next game.
Yeah, I'm really. I like when they end the story. I'm like, oh fuck yeah, boys.
Yeah,
shit's getting real.
This game feels more like a Gears of War sequel than like Halo 4 did feel like a Halo game. It just feels like more of what you've always wanted. Mm-hmm. You know.
Well, it's the way they actually. Yeah. They actually like continue a story, whereas Halo like
and it makes sense and it's not stretching.
Because like Halo. The way Bungie ended Halo 3 left it so open. Yeah, 343 just fucked it so bad.
Instead of 343 had the perfect chance to kind of just
make something incredible.
They could have narrowed in on characters and made it small, but they went the opposite direction and made it this whole it's the world-ending shit again.
Well, if they, I bet they did start with a Chief on his own campaign and a Locke on his own following him campaign. I bet they had that.
I have a strong feeling that game just got fucked in development. I really do.
It went completely wrong, obviously. Such a shame, because I would have really liked to have had a Halo game I liked in the past.
One big criticism I do have for the Gears 4 campaign, actually, is just the music.
Yeah, the
music's really, really bad.
Yeah.
Which is strange, because all the previous games had really solid, had themes, full orchestras, I'm pretty sure, at least 3 did.
Yeah.
Which sounded great.
Well, 2 did, definitely, as well.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But
Gears
for some
of War
reason...
1 even did. It was by a different composer.
Yeah.
Gears of War 1 has a theme that's completely different to all the others as well. Still good.
But I remember especially in Gears 2 and 3, them constantly using themes and memorable music to make things way more impactful.
Well, at 2 they have that one when you're on the rigs record that everyone knows. No. That's a theme. You can hum it.
Yeah. But then in this one, it's just that Marvel
in fact, Gears
plug-in, just shit music.
Yeah, it's just like just fucking Gotham's Reckoning.
It reminded me a lot of the Uncharted 4 soundtrack.
Yeah, it's like Gotham's Reckoning or Mad Max, but with no identity.
Yeah.
Gotham's Reckoning being The Dark Knight Rises is a song called that. I just happen to know the name.
Yeah. So yeah, which was a shame because
I was actually expecting a good soundtrack from it.
Yeah,
you know,
me
when I
too.
went even onto the main menu, and you know, we've said it's repetitive, but when I went, I was like, this is still Gearsy to me.
Yeah, the main menu is fine,
Yeah.
but like, I mean,
And
in
so
the
I thought,
actual game,
so I
shit's
thought the
happening.
soundtrack would be good based on that, and then it was just nothing. And
Yeah,
it's by Ramin Djawadi, who did Game of Thrones and Pacific Rim. So I thought, I mean, he knows what
Pacific
he's doing.
Rim has a really like theme. It has a theme
It
that they
does.
use constantly, and Game of Thrones, obviously.
Yeah.
So it's strange that, like, I don't know, maybe he just doesn't understand game music particularly, or the tone of the universe. You don't know with these things. It was weird. I pointed out to you earlier.
Maybe they just asked, like, maybe he was struggling, and in the end they were like, well, I guess just make something that, you know, isn't too insulting and is just kind of whatever.
Yeah, it's too easy to just do the shit, like, whenever something's going
But
on.
then it's always the best when people do that shit effectively. And it actually has a bit
well,
of
it's getting to the point now where it's being overdone,
Mhm.
thanks to the success of The Dark Knight Rises, you know, Mad Max and whatnot.
I don't know why they didn't just keep Steve Jablonsky for it.
I know.
Maybe he wasn't available. I don't know.
Yeah. Too busy doing the next Transformers movie.
It could literally have been that. It could have been like, I've already got this. Can't. Sorry.
That's a shame.
There's so many other people they could have asked. Why?
I know.
Why didn't they just pick?
It's weird because they
a
take
game
such
composer?
pride in their music.
Even if they asked him to make an effort, fucking Tyler Bates would have made an effort. Because when he makes an effort, it actually kind of shows he's made some things.
Because think about it, like Microsoft really, like, think about for Ori and the Blind Forest, they were really pushing how it was an orchestra. It was all this like wonderful music.
Well,
that was almost a selling point.
Fucking Halo. They know
And
that
with Halo
game's
too.
always had a soundtrack.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say, this game's
maybe
the polar
Gears
opposite.
5 will have a way better soundtrack. Maybe this was
This
just
game
like
is
we fucked up this one. Sorry.
the exact polar opposite of Halo 5 in terms of marketing.
Well, even like, okay, the fucking pack system in Gears of War 4.
Microtransactions, basically.
Yeah, the microtransaction stuff. It's like you can actually earn points to get stuff to play Horde pretty quickly. Like cosmetic stuff, if that's your thing.
Well, because we've talked about this before.
mean-
We've complained about this kind of thing before, how it's wrecking games
Yeah.
and making it
Fuck.
so it feels like you always have to pay instead of just playing.
Mm-hmm.
But this is one of the ways I've seen it done better.
Because like the cosmetic stuff doesn't mean shit. The cosmetic packs that you get, that gets you mostly cosmetic stuff.
Yeah.
Doesn't affect the gameplay at all. You know, whereas in Halo 5, you get those packs, you get the requisitions to make the Warzone thing actually playable for you.
Yeah.
So you have to grind for fucking ages.
But in Halo, they make it so you basically have to pay for them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if there's something you want in Halo, you can't just save up and buy the thing you want specifically. You have to just keep opening these fucking packs, and they're so sparse with how many they give you.
I instantly got some stuff I actually wanted in Gears 4.
Yeah.
And I didn't pay for those packs. It's just because you have the season pass, and I signed in, and it just gave me them.
Yeah, because I got the Gears console, which came with all that stuff.
Yeah. So I just got them, and I immediately got something I wanted.
Yeah.
I didn't feel cheated.
Well, think about
at all.
if you do like a full game of Horde, you're gonna have enough of those point things to get like 4 packs or something.
4 of the like Horde ones.
4 of the Horde ones.
Because okay, this is it. This is what I mean. Halo 5, you've got to get like the best pack. That's 10,000 points, which takes you like 6 games.
Yeah.
6 full games of Warzone.
Mm-hmm.
So if you play for 2 hours, pretty much, you'll get 1 gold pack, unless you have bounties. But to get those, you've got to open fucking packs.
Yeah.
So, you know, whereas in Gears of War, they divide it so that, get your gold pack, get cosmetics, or get the really easy to earn ones, and they'll get you stuff that actually helps your gameplay.
Yeah. Well, and when you say you get to wave 35 in Horde and fail, you can't do it anymore. It's okay, because you'll have enough to get a pack, and
Maybe
what you
help
get
in
in
the
the
next
pack will upgrade your shit.
It actually felt kind of rewarding. Like it's not necessary to pay for them.
Yeah.
Like you can easily just play a lot.
There's progression.
Yeah.
Actual progression.
It's almost like, the paying is here for anyone who's lazy, not you have to pay, because that's the only way.
Yeah. And it doesn't take the piss out of your time.
So I'm not like massively insulted by the payment thing there. I'm more like, it's there for anyone that just wants to buy packs quickly.
It's not as fucking egregious as it can be. It's just kind of fitting in, but doing it slightly more thoughtfully.
Yeah.
And it could be. Because at first I was like,
I think it's probably because of the way Gears of War actually had like a plan and a focus from the start, and when it was finished, it was finished.
Yeah.
Whereas Halo 5 was like, Firefight came nearly a year later, and it was just like, well,
so I guess just quickly
this
then.
stuff.
Horde, obviously.
Horde, excellent.
It's the best wave-based thing I've played in any game.
Definitely the best one.
They've always been the best at it.
That's even close to it.
Firefight was just sucks.
Firefight
It's too
sucks,
hard.
Yeah. The best, the Firefight was the best in Halo Reach.
Probably.
Yeah. But it was still, like, kind of boring.
Even then, like, they never focused on it, really.
No. It was more because you could make your own game types.
Yeah.
And that was kind of how it was fun.
But with this one, like, it's really good. There's whole upgrade trees, class systems. You can get loads of different perks and shit. It's really, really well done. And it's not stupidly hard like Firefight or something like that.
Which is bullshit. Firefight
It's just too difficult.
I don't think there is another one. I'm actually really trying to rack my brains for wave-based stuff. And
Zombies.
Zombies is like the only competitor, really. And even then, they're quite different.
Completely different genres. I just think it fits so well into the third-person, slow sort of.
Because Zombies wasn't meant to be like a phenomenon at all. It was meant to just be like a
funny
level on the end. Whatever, guys. Back when back when developers did put just funny levels on the end.
Yeah. Instead of it being a paid thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then apart from Horde, it's just multiplayer, which is solid as ever. Good selection of maps, loads of game types.
Yeah. Well, what
I do
really
like, runs really well.
They make it so that you can play. You can play the multiplayer maps are the Horde maps. It's all the same.
Yeah. They've
and
always
some
done
people
that,
might do that weird thing of like, well, reuse environments.
Not for multiplayer and Horde. That's fine.
It's not like that.
They've done that since 2, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Or 1, even more. Horde wasn't in 1, but from 2 onwards, they've always done that.
Yeah,
that's a good design choice. It makes the most out of what you're doing. But yeah, overall, I think it's worth.
I mean, I don't have anything to say about multiplayer. It's just Gears of War multiplayer. So anyone that's familiar with that,
I think,
will like it. Anyone that's never played Gears of War multiplayer, you'll probably get destroyed.
Yeah,
that's just it.
I think overall, this is it's a very good game. It's not going to be one of those things where if you've never liked Gears of War, it's not going to make you like Gears of War.
No.
But as far as if you're looking for more Gears of War and you've always liked it,
or you've always been intrigued by it, and get Gears of War 4.
Yeah, it looks good.
And you get all the other ones with it if you want to play them.
That's true. Yeah, don't know how long they're doing that promotion.
Yeah, I don't know, but they were.
Yeah, I'd recommend it.
Good game.
Gets a yes from me.
I'm not going to give it a number because you'll all just skip to the end, hear my number, and vanish.
Yeah, mate.
Excellent game, though.
I think that's all I got to say. Good job, Coalition.
And I really need to piss.
There we go.
So I'm going to go do that.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone, and we'll see you on the next Jar Blabber podcast, whatever comes out.
Next time, we review Vaseline.
That's true. Look at his legs.
He does look like a real goober, doesn't he? I want him to jump off.
Get the view of him from down there. That would look funny.
Hold on. Huggy. Huggy, what's this? God, he's such an idiot.
He nearly fell down.
Get it then, boy! Hold the bite, yes!